The following program contains strong language and content of a sarcastic, tongue-in-cheek nature. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone, I'm watching another episode of TNA Impact. They start off the match with Tara and Christy Hemme taking on the Beautiful People. And I gotta say, as much as I like the Beautiful People's entrance, rubbing their butts on one of the ring ropes does not make them good wrestlers. One thing I noticed is that 2 weeks ago, Hamada turned on Sojourner Bolt and attacked her after the match. They never followed up on that. I don't understand why they're not featuring her more. She is amazing in the ring. The opening match is alright. Velvet Sky and Angelina Love win, and I guess Madison Rayne rejoins the Beautiful People out of nowhere. There's no storyline, and it's obviously because Angelina Love is no longer on Impact. But you'd think they could come up with some valid reason for having Madison rejoin the group. After that, Pope D'Angelo De Niro cuts a very forgettable promo. I really don't like his look. I know he's a good wrestler, but he looks retarded in that garb. He doesn't look like a street pope. He looks like a street pimp. Up next, De Niro takes on Suicide. Yeah, it was a okay match, I guess. I'd say the highlight was listening to the Motor City Machine Guns do commentary on it. And we're back from commercial. There are no really good commercials to make fun of. They're not good commercials. I just can't think of anything funny to say about them. I'm going to have to work on that for you. Up next, we have a promo with Eric Young and his United Nations of not-so-good wrestlers. I don't understand why Homicide has joined this group. I honestly hope it's all a swerve and that he's going to turn on the group and side with Hernandez when it really counts. And after that, we get a in-ring promo with Rhino. Can we just stop with the promos already and have some freaking matches? It doesn't help that all of these promos take far too long. If you can't get your point across in a 1 to 2 minute promo, then you're not a good talker and you really need to work on your craft. That being said, I kind of like this promo between Devon and Rhino. I'm hoping it leads to some interesting things. We'll see. Up next, we have Sheik Abdul-Bashir and Kiyoshi taking on Hernandez in a 2-on-1 handicap match. And I noticed that Hernandez still has that briefcase. So my comment a couple weeks ago about it still stands. And that was a, 2 or 3 minute match? Come on, man. I didn't expect them to have much offense, but can we just have a 10-minute match? Please. What the hell was Hernandez spitting up? Was that cottage cheese? What the hell is it? Is he foaming at the mouth? That's just too funny. You know, Hernandez and Eric Young are facing each other at No Surrender. I just can't really get into this feud. It's just laughable. It just doesn't make sense at all. Eric Young is not a viable threat, and I don't understand why he's the leader of this ragtag group of foreign wrestlers. You know, if I were them, I'd fucking turn on Eric and just boot him out of our group. ODB says the man is not going to win the TNA Knocked Up title. I heard that. I didn't hear knockout, I heard knocked up. Honestly, whose idea was it that this feud between her and Cody Deaner was a good idea? They need to be taken out back and shot. What's even more pathetic is that it's going to be a match at No Surrender. Talk about a fucking waste of time. Come on. Speaking of waste of time, our next match is Alicia Flash taking on Cody Deaner. Honestly, I hope this isn't Scott D'Amore booking these matches, because if it is, I've lost all hope for him. He shouldn't have come back. If the end of this match is any indication of what's going to happen at No Surrender, I suspect Cody Deaner's going to win at that match, and this is going to go on for longer. Just fucking end the stupid feud already! Jesus, it's fucking stupid! How can you expect people to take your wrestling seriously when you highlight bullshit like this? Kevin Nash is wearing vinyl pants and drinking wine, 'cause they both go so well together. when you're white trash. Hey, they could call him White Trash Nash from now on. Hey, there was a nip slip. I saw a nip slip in that promo. Why does Nash look like he's about to fall over? I think he's wrestling drunk. Alright, now we get Foley versus Nash. Two men that are past their primes, wrestling for the Legends title. Alright, yay. How is this a disqualified match? It should be a no contest due to outside interference. Who's to say who Abyss is coming down to help? That just doesn't make sense. And this is the second time in a month that this has happened. It's just a shitty way to end the match. Stupid. I know where they're going, too, and it doesn't interest me whatsoever. You know, I gotta say that Team 3D Beer Money promo, I thought it was going to be too long, but it wasn't too long, and I loved the way it ended. What the hell was up with that Abyss reaction? That was fucking comical and stupid at the same time. So next up we have Brutus Magnus and Scott Steiner versus Brother Ray and Robert Roode. This was a decent enough match. It builds their feud for No Surrender, where they're all going to be in the 6 sides of steel. That has potential to be pretty entertaining. I mean, I'm not expecting a whole lot from the match, but you never know. Up next we have Awesome Kong and Raisha Saeed versus Taylor Wilde and Sarita. And I won't be surprised if Tara costs the win for Awesome Kong in this match somehow. That was a really good match. Sarita took a lot of punishment. I'm really surprised that Tara didn't interfere or anything, but I'm not surprised by the outcome. A really good women's match. I was impressed. Why is JB looking at the floor when he's interviewing Kurt Angle? He's obviously reading off cards. That's just lame. He's obviously a horrible interviewer. One thing I just noticed about No Surrender is that they have a Legends match between Nash and Abyss, but they also had a Legends title match tonight. Doesn't that kind of water down the match at No Surrender? You know, I could understand if they had it a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but having it this week just seems like bad booking. Finally, we come to the main event. Samoa Joe takes on Matt Morgan in a non-title match. I honestly hate Matt Morgan's entrance. It is the most unoriginal entrance I've ever seen. Morgan has some of the goofiest names for his moves. The Carbon Footprint, the Hellevator. Ooh. Did I mention that Kurt Angle is on guest commentary? Which would have been unique if they already hadn't had the Motor City Machine Guns on commentary for the rest of the night. Not to mention that Angle sounds like he doesn't want to be on commentary. He's very uninterested in what's going on in the match. I am so disappointed that Megan Fox stars in a rated R horror movie and yet doesn't show off the goods. So disappointed. So the match ends when Kurt Angle attacks Matt Morgan, and then chaos ensues when Daniels comes down as well. And then they go to commercial. And then we come back for a minute of continued chaos. Overall, this was a pretty piss-poor episode of Impact. It failed to get me interested in all of the matches going into No Surrender. In fact, the only thing that I'm really looking forward to is the 6 sides of steel and maybe the main event. And the main event could disappoint me. I really had to force myself to sit through this, and it's only to make this video. So you better feel lucky, because there were plenty of times when I felt like saying, fuck this, I'm not going to make this video. It's a waste of time. So a complete 180 from 2 weeks ago. Just a disappointing episode. I'm out of here.